So as a fashion entrepreneur, you may ask, what is the best way to go online with your brand? Many of you tried or wanted to start selling on marketplaces. If Etsy is a more for beginners or handmade products, if you have a clothing line to sell that you make via some production facilities, you may be interested in Wolf and Badger for more designer starters. Then if you're looking to resell your old collection because you have too many unsold items, you may look at ShipMe or Choose. Well, there are many options today, but here are my pros and cons of why you shouldn't sell on marketplaces today. Let's dive in, but first, some coffee. So as a designer, you may look into ways to delegate your sales. I know you don't want to deal with all of this business stuff and manage sales. After all, you are a creator and you like to create. So what happens when you decide to go through the marketplace? The deal looks good. You have already installed traffic. There is no need to chase for a consumer. Just list your products and that's it. The thing is, I saw very few designers selling really well on those marketplaces. And here are the 5 reasons why. So the reason number 1, lack of bestsellers. So most people will search for a similar likable product, such as Amazon resellers. Know which products work, that sell well. They just present you with an alternative of the exact product people are looking for now. So they use different SEO strategies and numbers to understand what works now on marketplaces. So there is a marketing approach, right? First of all, this starts with a decision on which product to focus on, an estimation of potential market of buyers, and a percentage of market share that you can have, which provides you with a decent revenue at the end. So when it comes to creative products and designer products, you will not be able to catch all those demand because you sell something that people don't know they would like to have. So you will never be able to predict your numbers, potential market share, and who will buy from you. So you can be quite blind here about the sales opportunities and estimations. So marketplaces work well when you have a proven product or you use whatever the trend is now and people search for this. So you can offer a similar product. The thing is that as a creative person, you might not be that strategic about your marketing and your distribution. You will just put your products out there and wait for sales. And that will not be that often or regular on marketplaces. This brings me to the reason number 2, lack of market feedback. So when you start a business, you would like to be connected to your client and have some feedback on what they like or dislike about your creations. Most marketplaces are not supposed to give you those feedbacks because you don't have access to your buyers personally. You cannot even get their emails to communicate with them and ask for their opinion. Apart from a typical client review, you will not be able to get a deeper into the understanding of your market and create something that people really want. This is a big red flag for me because you will just create something and drop out there without collecting back experiences and knowing what to do next. So most of the startups and fashion labels fail because of this big problem. They are not connected to their market and they don't have any feedback from their market. They don't even know who is their ideal client. So apart from the demographic understanding such as age, income, what you want to understand is what they're looking for, how they think about fashion, and where they put their money in. You will never get this feedback from marketplace. So to begin your brand on a marketplace, hoping to get some sales, it's not the best strategy because of the simple fact that you need is connection to your market. Find your ideal client and get a deep understanding of your online consumer. Pop-up stores or physical events will not replace this because the audience is not the same. So the reason number 3 why designers fail in most cases with sustainable business on marketplaces is high cost and low margins. It's not a sustainable business for designers to sell on most of the marketplaces for a simple reason that they take a percentage from your sales, which can vary from 15 to 30%, which is a lot for a startup brand. So you will never sell enough, first of all, to get your business taken off the ground and start making for living in the context where you sell only through marketplaces. An exception could be if you take it seriously. You have a proven product, you use lots of tools to promote your products on those marketplaces such as SEO or ads, and in this case, I really don't see the reason why you do all this and it is not even your website. Why drive traffic with all those efforts to a marketplace platform? Well, you can put the same effort into driving traffic to your website, get clients' emails, and build a sustainable business over time on your own website. It just doesn't make sense for me to know that SEO and ads are the same strategies that you can apply to your own website. And besides, the 15 or 30% that you give to those marketplaces will be invested into your ads, and it will be the best investment you can do. To conclude, to sell more, you need strategies such as SEO, ads, email marketing, but this equally can be applied to your own website that you can manage independently or learn from different courses or get started with a consultant. So I do not recommend working with agencies at the beginning, because if you don't have a proven product market fit and proven online sales, the agency will be not the best option for you. It's too costly and much unpredictable in terms of results. It is more adapted to bigger companies who can dedicate a budget for online acquisition and grow at loss. Besides, you need to consider hidden costs. For instance, Wolf and Badger will add marketing packages on a monthly fixed fee to help you market your product on their platform. But $30 a month, it is a budget worth of 1 month's Facebook ads that can drive traffic to your website. Marketplaces are looking for ways to add costs on top of announced commissions fees, such as Etsy, who will make you pay 12% of commission on top of 6.5% commission if someone clicked on their advertising and went directly to your product. And even if they bought it later in the couple of weeks, Etsy will track that and still take from you 12% on the sales on the top of normal commission fee and other expenses. So marketplaces will always find ways to get those initially announced costs higher, so your presence on those platforms will be compromised because you don't sell enough to be profitable. And at the same time, the acquisition costs are higher for them as well because the competition is rude. So they will try to get something more from their clients, which are you. You are a B2B client for them. So to get those expenses, cover it. So it's not free and it's not cheap to sell on marketplaces. You need to consider the hidden costs of customer acquisition that they make you pay on the top of the announced commission fees. The reason number 4, why designers don't succeed with marketplaces, it's not a long-term strategy. You can start listing your products and you'll be charged a commission for every sale, but you don't build an online brand with this, right? So a marketplace can be a good way to diversify your online referencing strategies, but not as the main mean for growth. It can be a part of diversification, but you should be totally focused on where your customers are and where you can capture more of their attention. And it is not happening on marketplaces. You see, most of the marketplaces exist because they resolve a problem. For instance, Airbnb because they help people to find a temporary accommodation, or Upwork because they can connect people who are looking for a job and people who are hiring. But in fashion, they will be focused on offering lots of choices for people who like fashion and brands to shop for everything from one place. So people will search for brands in most cases, and they will come to the marketplace to compare prices, search for the best deal for the delivery, taxes, and discounts. They can randomly fall into your product and just add it to their bag, but they will start looking for your website and social presence to try to learn more about your brand. And if you don't focus on your social presence or online presence, you may lose a deal. So to make your brand sustainable and become a brand, you cannot use marketplaces. You need to have your own online presence and work on your digital reputation. Creating your brand means having your brand identity, your voice, image, and customer base and fan base. Have a mission and purpose so other people can relate to it and connect with you and help you grow because they like your mission and love your brand, and they love you for what you do. So being a brand is like a human relationship. You create relationships with people who support you and you can grow from there. You definitely cannot build this type of relationships on marketplaces because you become one of others. Buyers will start choosing the product to buy according to the availability, their budget, and sometimes you can be put aside for the next round and you don't even know about that. And finally, the reason number 5, you cannot build a brand experiences on marketplaces. So what is the brand experience? It is the way people perceive your brand via images, messages, and products. You can only provide products on marketplaces, but you cannot give the whole experience. Tell the whole story, let your new customers consume your content, and explain your mission and how your products work. You need to fit into the basic installment that is offered to every brand and then just use their framework to sell. While a brand is more than a commercial transaction. A brand is about a story that you tell, the mission and purpose that you defend, and how you embark people into the experience with your brand. So maybe there is an order. For instance, the best way to enter your brand is to start with small accessories or to buy your signature cord or a custom t-shirt. But that is something you cannot provide on marketplaces. So customers will start with products and they will try them without knowing the whole story. There is no a particular attachment. So you compromise your brand position because of more famous brands. A story can be told through a website, email sequence, social posts, and personalized greetings that people receive after or before an order. An attachment is created through several touch points, a series of communications and styles. So for me, again, if your brand is unknown and you hit straight forward to Etsy, Wolf & Badger, Amazon, or anything like that, you will not be able to communicate your story or share your whole experience with your brand. Your presence will be limited with your products. So if you don't yet understand the difference between selling on marketplaces and having your own website, your own social presence, email strategy, customer understanding, and market feedback, I would definitely recommend watching my other video about how to create the smartest route to a 10K a month in 2023 for a fashion entrepreneur. And I share more of that strategies in this video. So click here and I will find you in this video. And to conclude, marketplace selling can be good as a diversifying strategy when you have proven sales, a website and customers and you want to scale your brands. Also, you have the resources to manage listings and deliver orders. Ensure always that people get better deals on your website than on the marketplace, and use marketplace as a way to reach out to your particular people who shop only from there and have a particular lifestyle such as vegan, organic brands or handmade products such as Etsy or a creative designer brand such as Wolf and Badger. Ensure that your own website is converting and driving traffic. So I will see you in my next video about the smartest route to 10K a month in 2023 for a fashion entrepreneur. See you there.